We go. We're three cocktails in and counting. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, to close out this cavalcade of celebrities, have an off-Broadway and global hit to their credits, but they are a stranger to Orlando audiences. Were under the moniker of the Oops Guys. They have become Orlando fringe favorites with shows such as Asian Sings the Blues Loungezilla, Do I Make You Horny, the game show, and the infamous show that the Orlando Police Department tried desperately to shut down during Fringe, The Naked Guy. Those Oops Guys are actually Dennis Giacino and Fiely Matias. Dennis, the creator, writer, lyricist, composer of the hit off-Broadway musical about pissed off Disney princesses entitled Disenchanted, which Fiely also co-developed and then went on to direct productions in Seattle and Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area, Orlando, Missouri, the original New York City workshops, the Pacific Northwest tour in Oregon and Washington, as well as a sold-out run at Tampa's The Straz Center. Disenchanted is played around the world, ladies and gentlemen, in 13 countries on 5 continents, being performed in 5 languages, most of American. It has a 4-time nominee for New York City Theater Awards, including an Outer Critics Circle nomination for Outstanding New Off-Broadway Musical. They're currently working on 2 brand new musicals, and they are here tonight to tell us all about those. Let's welcome Orlando's own, the Oops Guys, Dennis Giacino and Fiely Matias.
Intro. Oh, that's right. Fiely did.
Because we can see going beforehand.
That intro made me want to dance and show you my butt. Hi, guys.
Where are we talking to you guys from tonight?
We are just south of Portland, Oregon tonight, and oh my God, it's raining. Go figure. I'm taking a bottle of ibuprofen. What are you doing?
Oh, you got a prop table there.
Oh my
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the whole thing.
But before we go on,
the Filipino carrot top.
I just want to say how I want to say, stop laughing, everyone.
Which is usually what happens during our shows.
I want to say that Kenny's chest is heaving and is flirting with me. Chest is nicely heaving.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I noticed that. Yep.
Very sexy.
It's like a 3,000-mile come-on line.
Right. Now, before we go on, I'd like to say... Please donate.
Quarren belly. Quarren belly.
Please donate. Is it correctly on the screen?
I don't know. Is it
Please,
backwards?
Is it backwards?
No, it looks good. We got it.
Donate.
The writing looks good.
Yeah. All right.
The last time you showed me your stomach, it said I'm a slave, so that
But after the first year and a half, that ended.
Well, what did you say, Dennis, when I said I have a couple of texts from people who want to know what Fiely is, and you said...
What? Oh, he's the Filipino carrot top? Is that?
No, you said that already.
You said, I'm a... And you said, well, isn't Asian and bottom?
Anyway. I said that.
I said that.
Did I say that?
I said that.
I don't recall.
Oh my God.
I deny. No.
What is happening right now? Ibuprofen. I'm dead.
Oh my God.
In one screen together, and this is
56 days of this, plus 30 years. I cannot stand one more second.
oh boy.
Help me.
We just had a night of 1,000 TV Mix. What about an afternoon with one special Asian?
First show I saw, it was crazy bastard is, but I adore him. Also, I have that same shirt, Fiely. It's quite different on you.
Yours looks fat and wet.
Yeah. Right.
Which is
Well, that was on our drink ticket. So every time Fiely says fat and wet,
Oh, yeah.
everybody. Right.
I'd like more canned applause and rim shots, please, during this entire interview.
He hasn't had a rim shot in 30 years.
What is happening? How many viewers have we lost so far?
All of them. No.
And Kenny will explain to you on your call tomorrow what a rim shot is. But listen, you are Orlando's favorite celebrated sons for making it to the big time with something original, but that's really a false claim because neither of you are from here, are you?
My God, we've been outed.
I'd like to show you where I'm from.
Oh no! Stop it.
There's a place called the Philippines. There's an ocean. And there's...
This is how they teach geography overseas.
And when you go across here, there's an island.
Stop it.
Okay.
Wow.
What is happening?
Unplanned. So the question was, are we from Orlando? Right.
Can you, in brief, tell us what happened between when you Disenchanted at Orlando Fringe to As Bitches of the Kingdom was the title then, right? Yeah, and to where it's now 5 languages on 5 continents.
Sure. A lot of
boring.
a lot of voodoo dolls and
Praying.
luck, and we well, first of all, Michael, you kind of discovered the show because we did, and we thank you. We're forever grateful to you, and then Kenny, you're next, and because you helped us out at the Abbey with lighting and direction and stuff. And I think in that sort of from 2011 to 2014, they're just people who helped us get there. Michael, when we were at Mad Cow doing sort of our preview, you came up to me after and you said,
There's something here.
You might have something here. And we were like, really? Because we don't know.
Right. You were still fat and wet then.
Yeah, but fatter and wetter.
So,
Actually, I say you may have something here. I said, oh my fucking God, you have got to stick with this is it. This is your opus maximus or whatever the fuck.
I said you are fat, right, and wet.
Stop it. Everybody's shaking their heads. No. My mom's over on the side going, stop it, cut them off. But
Quickly as possible now, please. No.
So we.
Before I get any fatter.
Oh no. So we are so thankful to you because you inspired us to sort of keep going, because when you write something, and I know we all know this, you don't know if you're sitting on something or not. You're like,
well, Wanzie knows when
So I see how this goes. I do the setup. Okay. So anyway, so we're thankful to you. We're thankful to Kenny, Andrea Canny, who brought the producer in when we were performing at the Shakespeare, and so between that time of 2011 and 2014, when we opened, the producers sent us sort of around the country to develop the show, because when we did Bitches of the Kingdom at the Fringe, there were just songs. We didn't really have a script. And they were like, oh, have you thought of maybe a story or something? So it took 3 years for that. So yeah.
But when we went off Broadway, we were nominated against Hamilton when Hamilton was off Broadway. And when we found out, Dennis came into the room in New Jersey and said, we were nominated. And I said, yay. And then he said, against Hamilton, we went, oh. We were like, well, it was nice.
Well, all right. It's nice to be nominated. But we were so happy because it was.
We don't have a Tony like Kenny.
True that. Yes. We saw you on TV that
saw you on
year.
TV.
Yes. So yeah, it's just a lot of development, a lot of trying things and throwing them out. Some things you keep, like the new Pocahontas song and stuff like that. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of teamwork, you know.
But now we're with Broadway licensing.
We are. So the show played off Broadway, then it closed. They did a national tour of the show, and then we're at Broadway licensing, and now it's licensed to professional and amateur companies all around the world.
I know it seems like a silly question, but how did it feel the first time you stood in Times Square and saw that huge?
With Michelle Knight.
It's crazy. We were.
Yeah, we kind of. Well, I kind of teared up because it's a dream come true.
Yeah. It's and when we saw Michelle there, and then we saw Michelle take a video of herself standing in front of this like 2-3 story big.
And like a good Asian, I took a picture of Michelle taking a picture of. Never mind.
It's going nowhere.
Can you draw a facsimile of that on your chest? No.
No, but I do have. Oh, please donate on my foot for my. Michael.
For Michael.
Wanzie. Because you know those fetishes donate once they see my foot.
Down. Where'd you go from there? Yeah.
So you got new things in the works, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that we did during the quarantine over the past couple and a half months is we realized that, the show was on a Pacific Northwest tour at the time, and that shut down. And then every production of Disenchanted around the world shut down practically within a week of one another. And so just like every other artist, we were wondering, when are we going to get back to the theater, if we're going to get back to the theater. And so we created an online version of Disenchanted that evidently just got released last week through Broadway licensing and Broadway On Demand.
There's a streaming version and a Zoom version that people can book. And Hillary Brooke. Oh, wow. Just booked it. It's going to do a version of it in July.
Hillary was one of our original mermaids at the Orlando Fringe, and she does Theater South.
Yeah, in Orlando.
And
they're going to do a Zoom version.
I think One World is doing it in Orlando. So it's playing all over.
Where do people find the recently licensed whole show thing online?
Sure. You can go to BroadwayLicensing.com. And you'll see Disenchanted there, and you can just click on it. You can also go to officialdisenchantedmusical.com. That takes a few more keystrokes. But yeah, you can go to either one. And
it's on this foot.
Thank God he's officially out of feet, right?
I've got other parts I can write on. But
you won't be able to read it.
You won't be able to read it.
So we're working on new shows now.
One has to do with the Carpenters.
Yeah, we're working on getting the rights for the music. That's very difficult. Yeah. But we're working on a
jukebox spoof.
Yeah, we're spoofing all jukebox musicals and
with the Carpenters music,
using Carpenters music to do it.
And it's called "Let Me Be the One."
Right. So we're working on that. We're working on another new show that's sort of a last 5 year meets sci-fi.
Meets Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, I guess is the best description. And that's called Ray of Light, and it's about a guy who a loser kind of guy who, when he falls in love, he glows in the dark.
Yeah.
And it's typical Oots, guys. Everybody in the audience gets, you know, glow sticks and stuff like that. So
It's
yeah.
the musical that glows in the dark.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. I once accidentally broke a glow stick in my mouth. I'm glue in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway.
Now, was it? Is that what we call it? Can I ask, Michael? Was it like that video we saw on CNN where one guy puts the stuff on his hands and then it gets spread all around the room? Something happened.
Exactly.
Except it's all over his face.
And the clip we have is from
Yeah.
and what's the name of the song we're about to hear?
Don't you know?
No, he's trying to keep us on track. So he's it's called.
Then Cesar de la Rosa went up to New York, and when they went into a rehearsal hall, and they recorded this song with Dennis at the piano and Cesar singing, and it's called He Glows.
She glows.
But it was a man who glowed when he fell in love.
Yes,
But he fell in love with a girl.
but he falls in love, and so she can physically see his glow. He can't see hers, but he knows that she glows.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Not funny.
I know,
but
it's so not us.
lovely. Anyway, here's Cesar de la Rosa singing "She Glows" from Ray.
he pops up a lot.
Before her there was a darkness that fell across this land. Before her there was a sadness that I couldn't understand. Now that she's appeared to me like an angel from above, I can say that every day is filled with love. 'Cause she glows, she fills my highs and lows. She is this average Joe's wildest dream come true. And I hope that one day she'll know how I feel. She makes my nights become day, my days become brighter, and one day I'll tell her so she knows she glows. She shines and there is sun. One look from her and I come undone. How could this girl come to be so close and yet so worlds apart from me? Before her there was a likeness that I've been dreaming of, and I can say that every day of this boy's life is filled with love. 'Cause she glows, and all the faster my heart goes. From head to toe, she's everything I hope that she would be. And maybe one day she'll know how I feel. She makes my nights become day, my days become brighter, and one day I'll tell her, yes, one day I'll tell her, oh, one day I'll tell her so she knows she glows.
Well, now Roman is watching.
Are we-
Yes, you boys are back.
Oh.
That was the longest 10 seconds ever.
Yeah, Cesar Jelly Rosa will do it, won't he?
Oh.
You'll do it 4 pinches.
Arlene Donde and a donation from someone who would like to remain anonymous. Don't think that gets someone else out of doing it because we think it was you doing anonymous. I would like to say, however, if you're watching Krisha Kubchak, had I realized that if your offer to cook dinner for us tonight would mean it was the first week you didn't donate, I would have forgone the Cornish hen. You know, people, what do they eat?
I'm sorry you asked because I don't know what he's going to say, but hey,
Well, I can draw it.
where's Fluffy? Mom, put the cat away.
Well, that's over with now.
That's what you were going to write. No, anyway.
Yes,
What's that?
how old is your mother?
My mom is 86 years old, and she just graduated from college.
Let me check if she's still alive.
Oh, wow.
How would you characterize her relationship with Fiely?
Oh, she hates him. She with a passion. She's like, is that mother? Anyway, no, they get along very well. They cook together, and what else do you do? I don't know.
What do you raw fish and shit, or what? Honestly, what's a Filipino diet like?
Oh my God. Well, the great thing about Filipino food actually is it's very close to Cuban food. It's very, and it's a mixture of Cuban, Spanish food, and Asian food. So you get 2 for 1 when you eat Filipino food. It's really great. So, honestly,
Keep going.
Colonization. No, it's
Before the continents divided, the Cubans walked to the Philippines. What happened there?
culture scares white people.
No. No, my mom's phone was ringing, and I was like, what's happening?
Oh my God.
You know, we're having a great time. You know, we're you know, it's a hard time that you know, we're even going to the grocery store is turn up. Yeah, you have your thing beeping and all. Yeah, so we're just, you know, doing the best we can. We're trying to, you know, get ready for when hopefully people can go back to a theater. In the meantime, we all sort of moved to online and are all figuring out the new wild west for theater people, you know.
Well, good. Let's remind everyone one more time. You can see the latest version of Pocahontas song going to licensing.com. Is that it?
Yeah, BroadwayLicensing.com, and also a new Disenchanted 10th anniversary CD, and
Go to disalbum.com.
disalbum.com, and that was recorded with Michelle Knight,
Andrea
Canny. They're in Orlando, and a bunch of Broadway folks, and we had a great time.
Well,
fantastic.
wonderful. We can't thank you enough for being with us. It was an absolute delight.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to say to your friends and neighbors in or
Help me. We thank you so much for having us. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And as Fiely's thing reads, please donate. Yes, make a contribution at
that
That link right there.
that thing below. Right.
all right.
See what it's here.
Let me say from the bottom of my heart, Dennis, I hope you survive this. Bye-bye.
Pandemic. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bring Rich Sharon into the mold out there.